Hello everybody and welcome to AFR Tier 2 Round 8 at Paul Ricard, France. My name's Bandcamp and joined with me tonight is Jacob Meister.
G'day everyone, and sadly it's not raining by the looks of it, unlike last season.
Yeah, that did certainly provided a bit of excitement to the race.
Right, only 11 drivers tonight. Notably Carrot back on the roster. First race of the season for him.
Yeah, good to have him back on the grid and commentating the Tier 1.
Oh, he's actually in the same team as Kuno. I didn't even spot that. That's awesome.
Team commentators.
Hell yeah. Alright. Is that a Haas?
It
is a Haas.
Farmer Dingo. So he's going out on the softs.
Ooh. Very interesting. See how that plays out for him. So I've sorted out here. Yeah, we've got a few soft runners here. I guess some people haven't selected their tyres yet.
Yeah. So Matt's come out on the hard. Kunai out on the hard. Ali, Psycho, Big Al.
Newell's on the softs.
He is.
So normally when you're on the softs and everybody else is on the hards and you do spot it, probably best to back off if you're going to be on a fast flying lap. Try and get a medium lap in, but we'll see what everybody does here. France is a pretty, Paul Ricard in general, it's pretty, it's tough if you haven't practiced, basically.
Yeah.
So anything like setups, especially, I accidentally loaded the wrong setup and had a hell of a race in Tier 1. So if your setup isn't right, then you're going to have a lot of trouble around here as well. And you can really spot who's prepared for this race and who isn't, basically.
So I've just had a bit of a weather update, and I believe we are in for a chance of light rain at the end of the race.
Now, hang on. That's pretty funny. Did that happen last race?
I think it did, and I think it rained here last season.
Yeah. Now, did that happen the race before last race as well?
Yeah, they've had a bit of that rain towards the end. Definitely mixes things up.
That's pretty funny, but interesting. We'll see how that plays out for everybody. I don't think that'll affect any strategies for qualifying. Well, it could do, actually. We'll see. Getting a few invalidations already. I see Big Al spun in Sector 1 just after Turn 2.
Ooh, that's not good.
It's out of harm's way, though.
Well, Farmer Dingo is now coming into the chicane at the end of the first DRS straight. I'm not even going to attempt to say these in French.
I'm not going to try because I don't know them, so there you go.
So Farmer Dingo will set the pace, especially being on the soft tyre and the first car out on track, so
you can see just how responsive these cars can be coming into these fast turns. It's not really what you want, because when these tyres wear, you're going to have less grip and you have a chance to sort of oversteer and hit the wall like I did in the race. See what time it gets anyway, as he comes through the last couple of turns. Through the last corner now.
So coming up to the start finish line now, and a 134.2.
So perhaps not representative of anything, but
Kunai comes across the line with a 133.7 on the hard tyre.
there you go. Those two McLarens pretty close together. I think they were looking for some sort of tow.
Yes, that could be. As Newell sets a new fastest lap, 131.2 on another soft runner.
A bit more like it for a soft timer in here.
Sea Carrot as well on the soft tyre. But he's actually ahead of Kunai on the track, so Kunai not providing a tow there.
No, I think they tried it on the front straight, actually, because Kuno did pull off after turn 1.
Yeah.
Now, you can't cut the chicane to give a tow through both parts of the street, can you? It's against the rules
Yes,
here.
that has been removed. That
Yeah.
rule. So you've got to stay on the track at all times. Obviously, if you lose control or whatever and you slide across the corner, that's not really counted. But you can't really gain an advantage because if you cut that last chicane, you can actually get more laps in. So, oh, sorry, not the
Yeah.
last chicane, but after the DRS straight.
Yeah. Just clarifying for anybody that thought, oh, why can't we just do that? There you go.
Yeah.
Also, it's just not realistic as well. You don't see people doing that in real life. So
That's right. We try and keep it as close to real world as possible. Obviously, it is a game, and it is made by Codemasters, so take that as you will.
we've got a Codemasters complaint for the stream. Red Panda is the fastest hard runner with a 1:31.9.
And Sea
Sea
Carrots.
Carrot,
Sorry, you go.
Sea Carrot also with a 1:31.9 on the soft tyre. Again, not really representative laps, and if they want to keep going on the soft tyre, they have more runs compared to the other runners, so their times will only improve, probably.
I mean, that is a good time from Red Panda on those hards.
That is, isn't it? Yeah. For the first lap around as well, yeah.
So I've dropped down with Matt, who has done 2 laps so far, but not posted a time.
Yes, very easy to invalidate after turn 2. If you go a bit wide coming out of it, then it's very easy to invalidate. I think that's what will catch up most drivers here.
Ali's jumped up into 4th with the 132.3.
I think I just had there may have just been a Torosa slowing down. That'll be Big Al again, who also hasn't posted a lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to see mistakes, it's going to be there.
I also think there's a little bit of a glitch with the this track in Sector 2 because it constantly was telling people that they were purple in Sector 2. Oh, as the Red Bull gets a bit sideways there.
I tell you what, I was seeing that earlier, and we were discussing it in during Tier 1, a few of the drivers. That must be wrong. Very weird, but anyway.
And the Red Bull comes into the pits.
He may not have enough.
So what's Big Al going to do? Oh, he's already invalidated. So I'm assuming he'll be coming in at the end of this lap. We have Newell, who's he's committing to this soft tyre. He's going out again on a new set.
It's interesting. Yeah, you're banking on a safety car really early
Or he's banking heavily on the rain coming earlier. Because you might be able to get away with soft mediums and then inters, but who knows, it may not even rain heavy enough to change, or it may come really late, so...
Exactly.
It's all going to be up for grabs.
And again, I feel like we're the ones questioning more than they are, but we'll find out as time goes on what happens. Neil just going for turn 10.
Red Panda's also improved with the 131.7, so...
Trek Evolution.
Yeah, but that's quick. Quicker than me.
Yeah, that's Tier 1 pace. Yeah, gotta say it.
I mean, even Ali, I think he would have beaten my time on the hards. So
Memphis is 4 temps up currently.
So Newell starting his lap now.
And here we go. First 2 corners extremely crucial here. If you run a bit wide, don't get the apex here, then it's going to slow down quite a lot because you've got to take this really shallow. There you go. You can lose a few temps very easily there. No matter though, he comes down to this right-hander, then just... Oh, it's very hard to pull up for that right-hander sometimes because it's a bit downhill. Coming through this double right-hander now. Don't want to go too early on the power. Comes into this very long straight here. DRS is in 7th gear.
He hasn't
Is
opened
that DRS on?
He's not opening it.
Is this another...
He's lifted. I think he's realised, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on.
It can't have broken down. Sure.
I mean, it's happened to me before in qualifying, so, and he is in a Renault, so...
Well, he had no reason to back out, so I can only assume that that's what happened.
Yeah, because he pulled out of the lap as well, so
Yeah,
I'd
he
assume
had
it's
no.
failed.
Yeah, he had no reason to. So yeah, wow.
And it's one
Truly.
if it's stuck shut, you can't even come into the pits and they fix it. Like,
Oh, so you gotta wait.
you gotta wait. And once
Oh.
I had to start a lap, and it came on just before I started my lap, and it was right at the end of the session. So hopefully he can set another time.
Yeah, so he's gonna come to the pits and just wait it out. He can get another run in, hopefully.
Well, I'm not too sure how familiar he is with the game. He might just assume that they'll fix it in the pits, which is, what you'd think they would do. But,
So if he goes out again straight away, it might not be fixed. He might screw himself over. But if he pits again straight away, he may get another time in.
that is
So we'll
correct.
see what happens there. Everyone's coming to the pits anyway, pretty much. Just
Psycho coming to the end of his out lap and starting a run on the medium tyre. Hoping to improve from last week.
most definitely. Turn one. It's a bit tighter. That's pretty good. That's pretty good actually.
Yeah, it's better to compromise on the entry and get that better drive out of the exit. A bit of a lock up on the right front.
Ooh, and it's such a big deal because again, you don't want to invalidate at the same time. You can't just run wide and sort of try and compensate for getting a bad entry into turn one.
Yeah.
As he comes through turn 7 and into the straight. I love how they put the turn numbers beside like the corners.
Yeah.
Coming into the chicane now. Keeping that pretty clean. Very easy to oversteer here. That'll be easy here. Let's keep it under control though. There's not very much grip around there.
So he's nearly 9/10 up.
Oh. Oh, we did have a bit of a slower time, but this fast right-hander very tricky to get right sometimes. Yeah, and Carter's tend to, with the camber sort of turn right a little bit there, but this is even harder going up here. Let's keep that under control, but it's hard to do that corner fast. As he comes through the last few turns now.
Looking like a pretty good lap, actually.
Yeah, first of the medium runners. This could be decent. Ah, 336.
Still, not bad. That's a reasonable improvement. And he is very new, so he's got to take into account most of the people he's racing against already have a season under their belt in this game.
That's true. Very true. And he still has 5 minutes to improve as well.
That's right. And no assists, I believe, so props to you, Psycho. You must be Psycho.
So we're coming out on their mediums now.
Let's jump up with Red Panda, shall we?
I just caught him getting a little bit hairy.
I jumped onto him and he was just gaining control.
Yeah.
Still giving it the beans.
Don't think they cost them a little time, no. You can kind of cut into that left-hander, especially the exit here, but no real need to.
3/10 up.
Could challenge Newell at this rate.
You'd think compared to your hards you'd want to be a little bit further up, but I don't know.
That little moment may have cost them a bit more time than we think. He comes in now for turn 12.
A little bit of oversteer there on the exit.
Yeah. Get very responsive setups. They tend to suffer around here because you just sort of get oversteer the moment you go into the throttle when you're still turning. What time does he have here? With a 1:31.1.
So he's taken pole from Newell. He set a time on the soft tyre. Actually, Newell is back out on track. Let's see. He's got DRS back up and working, so that's good news. Let's stay on board with him, shall we?
Yeah.
See if he can improve. He's coming up to the split for Sector 2.
I think he's down currently, so
Yeah, 3/10.
But purple
But
split.
purple, apparently.
So confirming that there is indeed a bit of a visual glitch there. A minor visual glitch that won't be fixed, obviously.
He's gone a bit deep there.
2 minutes 45 to go. Everybody were thinking about coming out for their last runs.
Daniel comes into the pits. Sea Carrot's just started his outlap. Let's have a look at Skins, shall we? Oh, he's invalidated.
Sea Carrot's on the mediums. He might be trying to improve from his soft time. If he can, it's massive.
Yeah. So Ali currently on a lap, getting a bit of a tow from his teammate there.
Hard to coordinate if you don't really know what you're doing, I guess, or if you're not that confident. But those two drivers, I'm pretty sure, know what they're doing. So.
Yeah.
So Sea Carrot
So
can
he's
improve,
five-
be massive.
5/10s up is Ali, and Red Panda's retired.
Doesn't have time for another run, he feels, and wants to save his medium tyres.
Ooh, Ali runs a little bit wide. Combat retired with no time.
That's interesting.
So Ali now, what's it going to be? 131.5 up into third.
Pretty decent. Yeah, Combat isn't losing out on much by not setting a time as Newell retires as well.
Jump back on with Sea Carrot. Oh, as Newell's AI comes back onto the track there.
It's a bit dicey. Genuinely should not be retiring on track, but if there's a big gap between drivers, then it's normally fine. But interesting to see if Sea Carrot can improve. But he's two teams down currently. I don't see it, but maybe he just had a fast first exit.
We'll be able to tell the next split how the lap is going.
You see how much the car slides for that chicane.
Yeah.
Shows you how little grip there is for those turns.
So he's maintaining that 2/3/10.
And if there's a place where the softs are going to be better than the mediums, it's this sector, really.
Yeah.
I guess
They
Sea Carrot
can
does have-
overheat, so
That's true. And Big Al did set a time in the end, a 1:31.6. It puts him in the fourth place.
he was just waiting till the end of the session to go out on those mediums, maybe.
Fair enough. And Ali for 1:39.3 doesn't improve in position. Matt set a 1:31.8 as well into fifth place. And Sea Carrot obviously won't improve.
7/10 down.
Psycho's on a lid currently. He's up, and he was a soft runner, wasn't he? Oh, no, he's on mediums, my bad.
Skins retired.
It's just Psycho, yep. He's 6,000 up currently.
Ooh, 2/10 in it. I mean, it's still gettable.
It's a whole second, but he won't know he's got that much time to get, possibly, so.
Going a little bit wide.
He's for the final turn now. Don't think this is good enough to improve.
I think he did.
Oh, did he?
I think
He did 1:33.6, just for clarification, so.
into
we'll
8.
find out. Yep.
I'm sure Jeff will be coming across the radio saying he's in the top 10.
Yeah, he did improve in the end for 1:33.4.
So Red Panda taking pole on the mediums with a 131.1. Just behind was Newell on the soft tyre with 131.2. Then Ali in third place, 131.3 on the medium. Then after that we had Big Al, Matt, C Carrot, so good return for him, Skins, and I ran out of time.
I think they already did up too quick. So Combat kind of did the right thing, I think, by retiring, because now he gets free choice attire. He's the only person that gets free choice.
What would you start on?
Oh, probably the mediums. Yeah, probably should have said the tongue, to be honest. But
I probably would have started on the hards.
Actually, no, that's a good point, because with the rain and how long the hards can last, they can last very long here at France. I did a very long stint. I put it on lap 3, I think it was, to go to the end. So that is very viable. And of those who started on hards, I think Skins, Combat probably will. Can't remember who else from memory, but can't stretch out mediums, so anyone on the mediums or the softs will have to do at least 2 stops if the rain comes.
Yeah.
So we'll just see what happens as everybody's sorting out their strategies currently.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when the rain comes, if it comes at all.
Exactly. And Red Panda on pole and Matt down in 5th. He's the current points leader right now by 22 points. He's got a 22-point lead on Ali currently. I'd like to keep that buffer up, potentially. So I always say at championship implications, and Red Panda does need the points. He's currently 6th in the championship, and he's got the pace to really bring himself up.
Yeah.
Of the front runners, he's had the most retirements, sadly. But Matt won the last 2 races, so again, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So the drivers are now readying up.
Also, Matt won the last 2 races, and the last 2 races have gone to rain at the very end. Also, if there is a safety car, then that pretty much makes the rain more likely to affect the tyre strategy as well.
Yeah.
Set up here. So 2 hard runners, and that's Skins and Kunai. They're the ones to look out for here. Also worth pointing out, Neural, Sea Carrot, Farmer Dingo. I don't know how long those softs will last around here, but I know they go off pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think you get maybe 3-4 laps out of them before they really kind of start to drop off.
Especially with them being worn from quali, yeah. These medium runners, you'd assume they can stay for around like 10 to 11 laps perhaps. They can come in earlier for an undercut if they wish. But Skins and Kunai really do hold the tactical advantage if the rain comes, so to speak. Another thing to point out, Newell on the soft tyre in 2nd place. These other drivers are going to have to negotiate their way around him if Newell does end up being slower, which he inevitably will. So hopefully everything goes cleanly in that department. Sea Carrot in 6th on his first race back as well, but also on the soft tyre. So this race has got potential for a lot to happen here.
Yeah.
Everyone's on different strategies. There's going to be rain towards the end. It's France. I just saw Ali jump around a little bit, but I think just because of AI. And Tier 1 did deliver in terms of entertainment, apparently, so hopefully Tier 2 will be just as interesting.
I always think races in Tier 2 are great.
Definitely.
Same with Formula 2.
Yeah.
So, here we go. Get ready. As the cars are now starting to form up on the grid. Driving into their grid slots. So, last couple, here we go. So, 5 red lights. We are racing. So as they come down, Newell's got a pretty good start. He's almost side by side with Red Panda. He is side by side with him. He's got the advantage and Newell's lost it, but he keeps control. He's going to lose a couple of positions here.
I did see a wing plate being lost as well. I think that was Matt. I'm not sure though. Yeah, it was Matt. Yep.
Oh, and an Alpha's gone. Psycho.
Psycho.
I don't know if he's got any damage.
He does.
He does.
It's one in plate.
So unfortunate for Psycho there.
Red Panda maintains the lead. Ellie in second. Sea Carrot up to third after that start. Newell's dropped down to fifth. Combat just makes a move on Farmadingo for ninth. So a pretty hectic start, but relatively clean minus a couple of people. Remember, Matt does have damage now.
Farmadingo taking that place back from combat, so...
Ooh. Just checking everybody's front wings. It looks like everybody minus Psycho and Matt got through scot-free there.
No lap 1 safety car.
Always good in the way. So, what does Matt do here? He stays out.
Well, if he can stay in the train, then he might be all okay and limit that damage.
Yeah, if he just hangs around in the DRS when it comes on, if he can just stick on to, say, Skins, who's on the hards, then it's viable. As Psycho gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as he comes in. It's not what you want to happen after spinning out on the first lap. So takes the hard tire, which he is. Then takes a while to get that front wing changed.
So the front pack still relatively bunched up.
Yeah, the intervals look a bit wrong. Red Panda's made a pretty big gap on Ellie, actually.
Oh, it's Ali.
Yeah.
He's got it all wrong. He's going to have to yield those places back. He's got a 5-second time penalty. He's lifted off a lot. He's going to massively lose out on places here.
He didn't want to lift off that much. I think he had to lead Sea Carrot for the very least. But that 5-second place, the 5-second penalty, sorry, that would be big.
Hey, Big Al has a big moment coming into the swooping right-hander, but
he just started left. He was side by side with Sea Carrot at the time. I'm not sure what happened, but no damage from either parties.
Well, I did have a collision with him there in that exact same spot in a practice race, so but luckily this time it didn't go round, so he's had some practice trying to recover the vehicle there.
And Red Panda, while all this was happening, Red Panda has just sped away. Look at the gap now.
3.4. Well, you now have Sea Carrot and Newell, leading the pack, and they're both on softs, and they're going to be dropping off the cliff, and they're going to be towing each other down the down the DRS straight.
So they start battling, and Ali has to really force his way through these two if he wants any chance of sticking to Red Panda.
Oh, he comes in very hot, gets very close to the back of the Renault there.
This is playing out well for Skins on the hard tire as well. He just stays right on these guys, he'll be fine.
So it looks like Skins, Ali's lost a lot of confidence. He's given places back again.
Yeah, look, Big Al, he's also slowed down. What's going on here? Was that an illegal overtake maybe? I'm not sure. There must have been some redressing there by the race director. I can go back and check it.
So currently watching Sea Carrot trying to stick on the back of Newell and Skins right there on the hard. Look how well positioned Skins is. Hopefully he can translate this into some good points. Up into 4th place on the hard tyre.
He doesn't want these soft runners to hold him up for too long. It's very funny how they've both managed to get back up into the top of the field pretty much. And Newell, who also dropped down to 5th at one point at the start, back up in the 2nd. Insane driving.
And Ali way down in 9th.
Oh no.
It's only lap 4.
there's still a lot to play out in this race. Lap 4 of 27 currently. And Newell, Seacarrot is just sticking right to Newell, but doesn't want to make any rash moves. Man, my first race back, perhaps, being in third place, I would be shitting myself. Like. Ugh.
Well, he's been around a while. You know, he's got a good head on him, so...
And Skins right
having a look now. He's got the inside line. They're side by side. But Skins is going to have the advantage. That harder tyre is now much quicker than that soft.
Yeah. Seacarrot could have fought for that a bit more, but in the end, I guess it was inevitable. If Seacarrot can stick on the Skins and DRS, then maybe he'll be okay for a little bit, but...
It's dropped down with Ali and Kunai as they're side by side, but...
Ooh, Ali just passed him in the fast right-hander.
He did, yeah.
Wish we caught all of that. Oh.
So, you know, because, well, the field's so close together, it's hard to watch all the action.
Of course, yes. Red Panda's made a 6-second gap to the next car. If he makes a big enough gap here, then...
Oh, Big Al! Big Al's gone off in the final section.
He's rejoined back into 9th place. He's got the pace to get back up to them, surely.
So the Red Bull team's really not making the most of France at the moment.
Well, remember, Matt still has that front wing damage. His Combat has a... I thought he had a little repeat, wasn't it? The Combat is hounding Matt right now. Oof. And Ali's right on him as well. This is a very interesting retrain here.
Oh, Combat gets very close to the back of that Red Bull. Don't want to lose an end plate.
Matt breaking the toe.
They're both very close. Combat forced to take the outside line. The other Red Bull having a bit of a look. Keeps it on the track.
Oh, Matt, sorry, teleported a little bit there, but should be fine. And now Ali's looking at Matt now.
Well, if they're talking to each other, he should be yielding that place. But they're not. They're still battling it out side by side. He's having a look up the inside now. But Ali has gained that position. This is where that wing damage is really going to start to hurt him now. Bit of wear on those mediums, a little bit of temperature in there. Also noticed on this track, following close really heats up the engine of the car. So
it does, yes. It's not normally a massive problem on most other tracks, so I've noticed. Speaking of following close on the other drivers, Skins is right on Newell, and Newell has lost a second on that lap alone to Red Panda.
Ali having a look up the inside, but a little bit too far back. Jumping up with Skins now behind Newell. Newell doing really well to be in second place on lap 6 on that soft tyre.
He is, and I tell you, he can go into the hards from the soft tyre and he'll be fine until whatever happens with the rain later on. If the rain doesn't come, then he'll still be fine on the hard tyre.
Skins still a little bit too far back.
No. Well, Newell will have to pit soon, you'd think, so... But Skins doesn't want to be slowed down too long by Newell. And Seacarrot has dropped off nearly 3 seconds to Skins. Oh, those softs are hurting.
He's trying to recover some ERS at the moment.
Both of them, yeah.
Meanwhile, Red Panda out in front by nearly 9 seconds.
That was 2 seconds on that lap. Oh. Honestly, in retrospect, Newell probably should have pitted that lap, but it's easy to say that here.
Yeah, Skins having a look. He's going for the outside. Side by side, they almost touch.
He's going to have the inside line going into turn 2. That's where you want to be.
Great
At least
racing
it
for
stays
both
on.
of them. They're still side by side.
Look at this.
And then Skins comes out on top. But now Newell will have the DRS. If he can stay close enough.
Just got a little bit loose there. He's not going to have as much grip as Skins coming out of these turns. It's showing, but he's got no ERS. Look at that. Neither of them really.
Yeah.
France is pretty hard in terms of ERS management. It's very easy to burn through it.
Then we've got a nice little battle building up with Ali, Sea Carrot in combat.
Yes, Matt's fallen off on them, and Big Al's
and we
looking
have
on the inside.
Matt and Big Al side by side into the fast right-hander. There's a little bit of a touch. But Big Al comes out on top. Matt just doesn't have that front end grip with that damage.
It's the perfect place to challenge him, really. Well, Matt is trying to suffer through this, but I tell you what, it's cost him a few places in the process.
As we have Sea Carrot, I think, peeling off into the pits, yes, and Newell as well. And Matt coming into the pits to change his wing. 5-second time penalty for Sea Carrot, unfortunately, in his race return for speeding in the pit lane.
Yep, that pit lane line does creep up on you pretty quick around here. So with the soft runners peeling off, Skins takes second place and Ali is now up into third. Combat also in fourth place. Now, Ferrari and Racing Point are very close in the Constructors' Championship for Tier 2. Ferrari on 124, Racing Point on 120 points, so Red Panda's win is going to be instrumental here, but I'm pretty sure the Racing Point, as long as they stay in those spots, they should be fine. I don't know if they can pass Ferrari in the champs from now.
No.
18, 12, 30. In those spots, I think they're ahead by 1 point in the Constructors. But we'll see what happens later in the race. There's still a lot more to go. Lap 8 of 27.
Thanks for the sparks there, former Spore. Forza Ferrari, eh? Well, we'll see.
And everyone's kind of fanned out all of a sudden. There were a lot of battles happening.
Yeah. So, yeah. Lap 8. So the medium runners will be looking at coming in relatively soon in the next few laps.
Yep. Farmer Dingo out on another set of softs here.
I don't know if that's the wisest decision. But,
no.
We'll see.
He may be able to take mediums to the end. Or to the rain, depending on which comes first.
Yeah, but I did some testing and stopping twice here really was harmful, but we'll see. Yeah. Time will tell, we've seen my calls in the past. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut and not say anything.
Yeah, like suddenly some safety car is just going to come and just prove you wrong. Like.
Yeah. I would expect nothing less. But Big Al now within DRS range of Combat Rat.
Combat Rat starting at 11th has made his way up to 4th. A few mishaps from other drivers on the grid has to be said, but he's done well to get himself up there.
That's right. Well, you got to be in it to win it.
Indeed, the Big Al will be closing down on him. And he's made a lot of time through that straight.
Right up behind that Racing Point. He goes up the inside. Very opportunistic there, but he gets the move done. Wow.
You got to take your chances when you see them. That was beautiful, to be honest.
That's right.
If I was Combat, I would not be happy.
No, it's never enjoyable being passed like that.
No, one mistake, all it takes sometimes. But Big Al up into 4th place now. We'll have 10 to 27, and Red Panda is 12 seconds ahead now. And I tell you what, Combat Red is sticking right with Al.
So Newell pitted onto the medium, Sea Carrot onto the hard.
Interesting.
Well, Seacara can definitely go to the end.
Newell can take his mediums to around 21 or 20. Maybe a bit longer if he so wishes. I'm not too sure.
So Combat Rat now right behind, still behind Big Al. Is he going to be close enough to make a move? DRS is open. Big Al goes defensive, making him go the long way around, but he does have that speed. Oh, he's trying to get back up there, but he shuts that door.
Now, we saw what happened last time. Combat will need a very fast right-handed turn here. I forgot the name of it.
Wee Baguette.
Yeah, that's it,
the door also. He's having a look up the inside. Very risky to go there, but he is. He doesn't have the legs to get past at the moment.
It's more opportunistic than his last move, but Combat Rat did keep it nice and tight.
And Red Panda coming into the pits with a 12.3 second lead.
Guess he can avoid any medium fall off, and he'll know the rain is coming. He can afford to come in a little bit earlier. Good call, I think.
Yeah. Where will he come out? Will he come out just behind this little battle, or will he get caught up with the McLaren, who's coming down the main straight now?
It looks like he will.
Ooh, it's going to be tight. Let's jump down. No, he's come out in front of the McLaren, so he's got plenty of clear air now. He's done his mandatory stop. Newell sets a new fastest lap at 134.6.
He's 10 seconds behind. He needs to be setting fastest laps right now if he wants to catch up to the rest of the pack.
So Big Al now with DRS. Can he make something happen?
Oh, my bad. Newell's doing fine actually, my bad. I forgot he was the soft runner earlier. So most people still haven't pitted yet.
So Big Al's got another excellent run out of that chicane. Already side by side coming up to the fast right-hander. It looks like Combat's just going to yield that as Psycho gets a 3-second time penalty from multiple warnings.
Yep. With the DRS zones here, it's pretty easy to overtake if you get a good run onto the straight, so no big deal for Combat. They're both quick enough that it doesn't really matter, I guess.
And thanks, Dazza, for the 1000 sparks. Just also while I'm talking about that, if you haven't liked, followed or subscribed to the AFR channels that we've got on Mixer, Twitch and YouTube, then do so now, because that would really help us out. Indeed. Hopefully you're enjoying the racing and the commentary.
Indeed, lap 12 of 27 here. Skins the leader, but Red Panda is effectively the race leader, currently down in 5th place.
He is catching up to the back of Combat as well.
Yes, those mediums. Well, the hards around here, all the tyres really, they're just lightning when you first put them on, really.
Yeah.
So much grip. The next person that stopped is Newell, and that'll be 15 seconds behind Red Panda. Kunai splitting the difference, and remember, Skins and Kunai, they're the ones with the question mark. Will they have to just pit once onto Inters later on, depending on when the rain comes? And also, Red Panda is ahead of Kunai 0, so how much are they going to get out of it as well?
Combat's dropped out of DRS range from Big Al.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
However, they'll be pitting soon anyway, so...
Yeah, well, they are smack bang in that pit window right now.
Could try an undercut. Oh, thanks, Big Al. Yep.
Ali into the pits. We have Big Al into the pits.
Yes.
Combat continues on.
So the two racing points 1 and 2 currently, as Red Panda sets a 1:34.6 is the fastest lap. Beating out Newell, who did his on the mediums, I recall. And it scared me for a second. Big Al on the mediums again. Now that's pitting for the rain. It has to be.
That is committing to the rain.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't rain, then
And
he's going to have to
screwed.
stop again to use 2 different compounds. And
Can
Red
mediums
Panda
go
already
for it?
2 seconds behind, so he is tearing time out of combat.
Can mediums go 14 laps?
Yeah, they can. You can stretch them.
Okay. I'm sure that'll be in his mind, but Ali, again, doesn't have a problem getting to the end from now.
But he does have Sea Carrot within striking distance. So this is now the closest battle on track.
Someone's within a second of somebody else. Excitement.
Was.
Did he have DRS? How did that?
I don't.
Ali could have just pumped up the DRS there, but
Well,
anyway.
Ali is on fresher rubber, so he will have
That's
a
true.
slight advantage. 5 laps where on Sea Carrot's set.
Very true.
So you'd be combat going around again.
Wow, he's stretching, isn't he? Maybe he's stretching out to go into mediums again. Then
Maybe
he's
he might
thinking,
stretch it to put on the soft if the rain's going to come. Otherwise,
It's coming that early.
I'm not too sure what his strategy is, because Red Panda is closing up quite quickly now.
Now, remember, Sea Carrot does have a 5-second time penalty. Ali also has a 5-second. And Psycho has a 3-second. That's all of the penalties we have currently.
And Newell has a 3-second time penalty as of
right on
now.
And clouds are slowly starting to form, I think. It looks like it's getting a little bit darker.
We're just over halfway.
Red Panda's caught up to combat right now.
Jump up with that battle. What can Combat do to try and help Skins, who at the moment is in a slightly better position, being that he is on the harder tyre?
I tell you what, pressure's going to be on Skins and Kuno when the rain does come, so they've got to time their switch perfectly. As Meg gets a 3-second time penalty. In combat, you'd think, surely pits this lap?
Oh, Red Panda already having a look to go up the around the outside, but smart enough to know not to risk it now.
Now Skins pits.
Skins?
What's he doing?
I don't
Was he on medium
know.
for Fatal Snows?
So Combat doing his best to hold the position, but that fresher and faster rubber with DRS, there's not much you're really going to be able to do about that.
And Skins on the mediums. He's not going to make up the time that he lost by pitting with those. Indeed, 13 lap old hards are not the nicest to drive on, but still. Anyway, I believe Kuno set the fastest lap, or was contemplating that. Was it Kuno? I'm frizzled, forgive me. So Red Panda back into the lead now. Combat 1 second behind, still to make a pit stop. Memphis has gotten his pit stop out of the way now, but at what cost?
Also, Big Al is going to have to stop again unless there's rain. So, and even
Indeed.
then, if it comes out right at the end,
So
if
again,
it does
to look
come out at the end and somebody else puts on softs, does that? I
Yeah.
mean, wets. Does that mean you no longer have to use 2 different compounds?
I don't know if it. I'm not sure actually. It's
I
two
mean,
different
it's
compounds, you'd think, but at the same time, like FIA rules, Codemasters, who knows?
Yeah.
Surely you'd think.
I mean, it may be a rule. Doesn't mean they've programmed that into the game.
Indeed.
So Combat, 15 laps on those mediums.
And Kunai pits as well, so I'm not sure what the strategy is here. Is the game telling them to perhaps pit onto the medium compound, and that's what they're doing?
Perhaps, well, yeah.
No, I don't think that's correct because the mediums do last at least. He's put on softs. There you go. So
Ho, 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 ho. That's
Wow,
a bit of a
that-
gamble.
and that is more aggressive than Big Al in terms of strategy. That's oof.
Well, he doesn't need to
'Cause-
stop again. And there's 11 laps remaining. That's
Now, those are fresh softs. They can last you about 7 laps, but they'll fall off badly.
yeah.
He's risking a puncture if the crossover point doesn't come within those 7 laps, pretty much. And Farmadingo comes in for mediums now.
So Big Al's caught up to the back of Newell, and Skins is slowly closing up to them as well. We have Matt behind Sea Carrot.
And with all this chaos with the tyres, Combat Red still stayed out.
Well, he's
And he
got
has
a
streak
14-second lead over Newell. So, I mean,
As Matt does make a move on Sea Carrot up the inside.
but even if it starts raining now, it's going to be a couple of laps, you'd think, until it's wet.
And it doesn't even look like it's close to raining yet.
No, the sun is still shining. I mean, there's clouds, but
This is looking like one of those races where the rain doesn't affect anything, but the drivers will suffer as gets to 134.3 on the medium tyre. It may just be one of those where you just have to sort of stick to your tyres and just go to the end. But it's getting cloudier as we say that.
so jump back up with Big Al.
Ooh, right on you. Oh, ooh, we got a warning for that?
Yeah, you got a 3-second time penalty, and Skins now within range.
Wow. I'm still trying to work out what's going on here, but anyway. And Newell outbreaks him.
No, goes deep, but he keeps it on the track. Look at all the ERS that Big Al has. 74%.
Newell has 6% currently. Oh dear, what a sitting duck. Fresher tyres too.
He's going up the inside. He yields that place, but it's right on his gearbox.
He's gonna keep the pressure on him. Combat has finally pulled the trigger inside the pit. So he put the softs, perhaps. Lap 18 and 27. So,
And he does put on softs.
yep. Red Panda now, I believe, something like 18 seconds ahead. Yep, there we go. This battle for second is very juicy right now. Combat Red as you pop out just in front of Matt. Yep. And Matt with another 3 seconds. Just coming out of turn 2, it looks like.
So Skins now trying to hunt down Newell.
And I tell you what, oh, his Skins easily overtakes him there. Oh! He's keeping it nice and deep there. Good overtake there by Skins.
Oh, they're all very close together. Toros is having a look up the inside, but not able to get far enough up there to warrant any kind of track position.
No. I was going to say, Newell's done pretty well for starting up the field in soft tyres. Normally, when you're on a strategy that's sort of different from everybody else, and especially on the soft tyre, when it's a medium to hard track that tends to work better, you tend to sort of just fall down the field, but he's stayed right up there with everybody else. It's been pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He's at the pace.
And he's on 11 lap old mediums while Skins is on 4 laps and Big Al is on 6.
Yes, there is still a question mark. He will need to pit again. You can stretch him, but I don't see 19 laps being entirely possible. We saw how far that combat fell with 16 laps. Red Panda just lost a tiny bit of his gap to Skins there, but may have just been a small mistake.
Well,
Skins is also pretty quick on those mediums.
yeah, he is on a faster tyre.
Yeah.
As Newell still able to hold that spot over Big Al, not letting him through. But does Big Al have a run here?
Yeah.
It looks like he's got some momentum up. He's going to go for the outside. I wouldn't have gone that way. But maybe it turns out to be the right decision. Oh, there's contact! Does he hold it? Does he hold it? Come on! Well done.
Oh.
Brilliant save there, Newell. Well.
There was room. I think he may have just had a bit of understeer from being a bit too hot into that corner. But...
yeah, a great save. Just be careful of your rear tyre temps now.
No damage as well, so very fortunate for that to be his. To not have any damage. And,
Combat right behind Ali on those softs.
Tough
look at him, he's just flying past him.
Yeah, we gave that up almost. Combat's at a 134 flat.
Oh, I think Combat's just flying at the moment.
Oh, we're getting raindrops now. That's raindrops.
Oh, how heavy is it going to come down now? Well, Combat is well positioned here because he'll have the most amount of grip, so he'll be able to stay out there most likely the longest. As Skins gets a 3-second time penalty.
And Big Al is in range to overtake him should that come into play.
He's already pulled 1.6 seconds on Ali. So he is flying on those tyres.
And Psycho's the first to dive into the pits here.
Oh, I don't know if it's ready. Let's go on board with Combat. Nah, that track looks very dry to me.
Yeah,
well,
he's very far down. He's very far down. He needs a safety car, really. So, well, he's being lapped almost, as you say so. But...
let's jump up with Big Al, who's still in touch with Skins.
Just saw a wee bit of splash in the pit lane as Psycho was pulling into the box.
Seeing a couple of drops on the T-cam camera, but oh, they're making the call. They're making the call. Skins is coming in. Big Al coming in. So, did Psycho make the right call?
Combat Red stays out. Ali stays out. Seacat and Matt, what are they going to do? Both stay out. Kuronaga, what's he going to do?
So Combat only 6/10 off his best lap, which is the fastest lap of the race. So at the moment, if he doesn't finish last, he's got the fastest lap point.
Yeah. Red Panda's got a big enough of a lead to really stay out another lap and just wait until it's absolutely fine to go into inters.
Well, let's drop down with Big Al and see how he fares. Because he is in front of Skins on those inters and Newell.
I just went ahead to see Red Panda and he's lifting through that fast right-hander. So it definitely is time to pit, it looks like. So these people get to pit. Red Panda, Combat, Ali, Seacar and Matt. Now, two Red Bulls, they're going to have to double stack. Almost. Oh, there's enough of a gap there actually.
Yeah, they should be okay.
Yep.
Only just.
Farmadingo's also stayed out. Psycho could get a point out of this as well. As Red Panda comes into the pits. He should be fine in the lead, but the question mark is over the other drivers behind him. And that rain came perfectly for the people that played for it. Big Al. Who else was on the strip? Skins.
Yep. So Combat coming in now, only doing 3 laps on those soft tyres.
Ali stays out. Matt stays out. What is going on? Do they think it's fine to go to the end?
Well, Ali
also.
He's closing in on Red Panda.
There's 5 laps to go, but how much time are they losing compared to the others is the question. Oh, I just saw somebody go off. Who was that? That was Matt. No damage, but it's time. Time that he needs. That's a lot of positions if he has to come and pit.
So I think we've just hit the crossover, because up until just now, Ali was closing in on Red Panda, but
Yeah.
I think it's, just, crossover now.
And Ali's still got half a lap to go on those hard tyres. Yeah, look at him, he's struggling.
It's falling out to 9 seconds now.
He has to be very careful around this track now. Doesn't want to spin.
Ooh.
He'd be tiptoeing around there right now.
DRS
DRS
has
is
been...
disabled.
Yeah.
So that's a big rule of thumb there. Normally when that happens, you're on the wrong tyre if you haven't switched already.
Yep. Farmadin goes in the pits.
And a nice gap to Psycho as well, so he maintains 10th spot. Ali pulls in.
So Combat comes out in 5th place.
Wow!
And 3 people in front of him are most likely going to need to pit, and are pitting. They're all
so
pitting.
Combat is second.
Combat into second. No. Well, there is a bit of a gap, but no, he's right there. Nah. Combat up into 2nd place. I unbelieve it.
Big Al in the 3rd as well. Newell in 4th. Ali slotting in right behind him, and Skins in 6th. Where's Matt and Seacarrot pop out way behind them?
So Ali's come out right behind Newell. And Skins there as well. 4 laps remaining.
And Red Panda's got a very healthy margin to Combat. 27 seconds. Whoa.
What a drive from Red Panda so far.
He's done very well, has to be said. I don't know, if I was Matt, I guess I would have been worried about maybe jumping the gun a little, pitting a bit too early maybe, considering how...
Oh, as Newell loses it. And he's going to have to let Skins through as well. He's lost out 2 places there in the one chicane.
Oh, he was looking for a really good points finish there as well. That's a shame. But he can still fight back for 5th.
I think he just had the rear lock up a little bit and just wanted to go around on him.
He's got to be careful. Stay calm. Don't do anything silly. There's only a few laps to go.
Can Big Al catch Combat? 1.1 seconds is the gap.
Just checking pins currently. Newell's got 3 seconds. Matt's got 3 seconds as well. Big Al's got 3 seconds. Matt has 6. Skins has 3 as well.
So Big Al was right up behind Combat. But I think he's made a bit of a mistake and has dropped back a little bit.
Newell's sticking on to Skins. I think they both have penalties if I read that out correctly, so...
Yeah.
Ali's got 5. Don't think he would have served that in the pit lane, so...
No, because...
Ali would drop back to 6th. Skins would come up to 4th, and Racing Point would overtake Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship by 1 point.
Whew.
There's still a bit of racing to do as Big Al is getting closer and closer to Combat. And the rain is coming down heavy. Don't think it'd be wet enough for like full wet tyres, surely.
No, but we're seeing some more spray coming off these cars, so... Yeah. But even if it did go full wet, I mean,
no,
you might be better off staying out.
Yeah, you just don't make up enough time. Just gotta suffer with everybody else's Panda's now 30 seconds ahead of Combat Rat.
So currently this is the closest battle on track between Combat and Big Al. Fight for second. Battles of the podium.
A bit unfortunate for team commentator there, the McLarens of Sea Carrot and Kunai Zero.
Yeah.
It looked like there was a lot of promise with Kunai starting on the hards and Sea Carrot maintaining pretty well in the midfield at the start, but
well, some positives. They're both in the points.
Very true. And they've both kept it together. No retirements.
That is true.
We had 4 retirements in Tier 1. Yeah. Big Al just sticking on the Combat Rat currently. Not quite getting close enough to make a move.
And he's now lost the assistance of DRS, which is going to make his job even harder.
And in this weather, I would not be sending it down the fast right-hander.
No.
So a lot of those tools up his arsenal is really not usable right now.
New 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Don't think that it will affect this position. Matt also has penalties behind him. At 26 to 27 here.
So it's getting to that crunch time now.
Combat Rat made went a bit wide into turn 1 and Big Al's right up on him.
Combat trying to hold the inside line.
He'll be looking desperately for a way in, but neither of them can make any rash moves, not now. Not in the closing stages of this race when they're in such good positions for points.
Meanwhile, that gap to Red Panda out to 32.5 seconds.
Wow. And Ali has drawn out the gap to Skins. If he can get that over 5 seconds, I think he's fine. Well, actually, Skins has pins as well. Let me double check this.
Yeah. Toro Rosso having a look now of Big Al. He's going up the inside. He's trying to use what he's got up his arsenal, in his arsenal.
I was waiting for that.
But
unable.
Yeah, unable. He gave it a go. I mean, the final lap has now started, but they are yet to start that final lap.
Interesting sentence.
Well, it is now lap 27 for the leader, and now they start their final lap.
Yes, the Neil was dropped off from Skins there. So this more or less looks like the finishing order, bar anything ridiculous and insane and crazy. As Ali has indeed drawn out that 5 second gap to Skins.
He has.
Now Big Al will be just hoping for a mistake or a good exit or something to work off of here. But I think he's the one with the bad exit here.
Yeah, he's not closing.
And Red Panda's just about to get to the last few corners.
And Farmer Dingo's retired. You're kidding? He's lost it at the fast right-hander.
He was in a point spot. Let's bump Psycho up to 10th.
Oh no!
It is only 1 point, to be fair, but still,
every point counts.
And the crash at that stage of the race, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
As Red Panda does cross the line, and he is the winner. And Paul Ricard.
He is, with a dominant 35-second victory.
Really needed that, I think. He really did. He's had a pretty rough season so far.
has kind of dropped Big Al a little bit, or Big Al's dropped off the back. So he's just got to keep it calm through these last couple of corners, and that's his second place. I think that might be his, yeah.
From last to second. Beautiful.
Yeah, so well done. What a good job that is to get second.
Oh, and Big Al. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
I
Ali gains a place over Big Al, followed by Skins and Newell. So Newell not able to get past. Matt about to come across the line, vents his frustration. And then we have Sea Carrot now coming across the line in 8th place.
Oh, dump him. Go.
And Kunai. Wow, what a race.
Finishing in style.
Yeah. So unfortunate there for Farmer Dingo, crashing out on the last lap. Missing out on that point. But unfortunately that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Couple of great stories in this grid. Red Panda, massive race, start to finish, just perfect. Combat Rat from 11th to 2nd, and Ali jumping up into 3rd with penalties as well.
Yeah. Alright, so our race winner, Red Panda, 34 seconds ahead of Combat Rat in 2nd place, and then Ali takes that final podium position in 3rd. Then just missing out was Big Al in 4th place, followed by Skins, Newell, Matt, Sea Carrot and Kunai. So both McLarens getting in the points for the first time this season, both McLarens racing in Tier 2 this season. And Psycho getting his first point for AFR. So well done to you, son. Good job. So, and that I believe concludes our race here at Paul Ricard. We'll be back on Friday.
On Friday, yes, sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
Are we running it?
Yeah, we'll probably run the F2 race on Friday, but we won't have any Tier 2 or Tier 1 races this Sunday, as the... actually, no, we won't run F2 because I won't be here to host the session. So,
okay.
No racing this coming weekend, as you all may know that the Formula 1 season will start at Albert Park, and I will be in attendance with some other people. Yeah, so we won't be on this week. We will be back the following week with the final race in the F2 series at Abu Dhabi. And then our next race after here is... Austria. So we'll be back in a fortnight with Abu Dhabi and Austria. And we hope to see you then. I've been Bandcamp. Hope you've enjoyed. And tonight I've had with me Jacob Meister.
Have a good night, guys.
See ya.